So in this lesson, I want to talk about Greta Rose Van Riel. And she is the founder of 5 different e-commerce stores that are making multi-million dollars a year. And she's also named Forbes 30 under 30. So she started when she was young. I think she started her first company when she was 21 or something, in her very early 20s. And she's from Australia. And these are the 5 different brands that she has at the moment. And it's called Hey Influencer, SMT, Official, Drop Bottle, My Tomorrow, and The Fifth. Why I have her as one of my examples is because she is the shining example of how somebody uses social media content to drive and launch their brands. And she does it so well. And she might also be doing it in a way that you didn't think was even a thing. Like, you wouldn't have thought, wow, I didn't even know this was the strategy that you could use. So I really wanted to point this out to you. So as you can see here, all the tabs open are pretty much Instagram, and you can immediately tell that most of her brands are on Instagram. So I'm going to open the first one here called SMT Official, which stands for Skinny Me Tea. That's what the SMT is for. And this is the website. And so basically they're selling detox teas, and that's the brand. She uses Shopify for this brand. And basically that's what this thing sells. It's got 245,000 followers, and you think that's a lot. And it is a lot. But what I want to share with you about the success of her brand is I'm not going to show you what's on this page here. I'm not going to talk about anything on this page, because the success of this brand really actually is from this account. This account is called Detox Tips. And I think it was created even before Skinny Me Tea was created, if I'm not mistaken. It's run by Greta, you can see that. And basically, she created this account to build an engaged community before she launched her brand. So this is where she basically posts everything that she's passionate about in terms of detox teas. And then she generates a lot of following and generates a lot of passionate people who are interested in this topic. And you can see here, there's no branding. There's memes, there's different types of, there's nice pictures, different types of content. And there's no real strategy here, if you ask me. It's just sharing what she thinks this community will like, or this community cares about. So as you can see here, this one has got 652,000 followers. So what she's done here is she's generated content that has nothing to do with the brand. It just has to do with what people care about. And then when you talk about things that people care about, people are going to gravitate towards you. And this is a big, big challenge for brands and companies when they set up social media account. People rarely are interested in brands. People feel it's sometimes a bit sleazy, a bit smarmy, always doing promotional stuff, always has an angle, and they just feel like, I'm not interested in that. But if it's about tips, you can't see them selling anything in their posts. There's no branded post. It's just literally an account that you follow because you're interested in detox tips. That sort of community can grow, and people can get really passionate about it, and people will like and engage without feeling like they're being sold to. And I love that. I love this strategy because I would totally fall for it. I'd hesitate to follow a brand, but I'd readily follow an account that gives out tips all day long. So she created this, and then once she launched her brand, she used it to drive traffic to her brand. So if you think about it, a lot of brands tend to pay influencers to promote their brands. What she did was so clever. She didn't have to hire any influencers. She had 652 followers, 652,000 eyeballs, an audience that's captivated and engaged with her content already here. She didn't have to pay someone else to get eyeballs on her account or on SMT Official or to her website, because they're there. And she had put in the time and put in the effort to build this community from scratch. And from there, I think she learned that really, really helped. And that really helped to increase sales quickly for the brand that just launched. So she decided to create another account called Detox Water. And from here, she created the account and she built the engaged following. It's almost 1 million followers here. And what happened was, now that she has an engaged following, she decided it's time to launch another brand. And that's when she came up with Drop Bottle. So as you can see here, Drop Bottle. That's this brand right here. And this brand is basically selling this bottle right here. And this bottle is like water infused with fruit type of bottle. So you can either, you can see a picture there. You put all sorts of fruits, vegetables in it. You can get that infused bottle, and that's what she's selling. So what she did was she created this account, and you can see, like, she only posts the actual bottle only a few times in between these other beautiful photos. So you can tell that this is a very interest-themed based account where people don't have to be worried about being sold to in every single post. It's one every, 3 to 4 posts once. Even sometimes I could see a lot of posts before they post it again. So isn't that amazing? Like, to use content that people are passionate about under the umbrella of a different account to your brand, and then send all that love to the brand that you're launching, or you have launched, or that you're promoting. And that's a far better strategy than trying to drive people to brand accounts. So, because people are more likely to like them. So the other thing is, she created this account. It's called Detox Food. And that's the same thing. You can see here, she's selling the Drop Bottle link here. She has the link here, and she attaches the Drop Bottle account here. And again, it's not a branded account. It's just pictures. And once in a while, I think she will post the Drop Bottle. But people will come here, people will look at the account, and then they'll be curious. You know, we're human. We're curious. We're going to click that link. And if it entices them, they will buy the bottle. So that's another account that she's created. Detox Food, Detox Water, and then Detox Tips for the Skinny Me team. I'm that clever to create several social media accounts that are interest-based. And then once you have an engaged following, you could then launch your products to it without having to hire an influencer to promote your brand for you. And you can see here, I think another thing I wanted to show you is how she's actually diversified the Skinny Me Tea brand as well. She has this account called Skinny Me _Tea, which is still her account, 24.6 thousand followers, which is still a lot. But this specific account is more meme-based for her community. And I think that's kind of clever, because sometimes when you're on your official brand account, you don't want all those memes, kind of out of place, and it's a little bit more serious, right? But with having this kind of diversified account, you can be a little bit more fun, you could be more relaxed, you could use memes, people's content, and it's a lot more fun and relaxed. So it's got that vibe. So you capture different people's attention with diversifying your accounts. Another one she has, which is really clever, I thought, was the Skinny Me Tea results. So this account is just for showing the before and after photos, which I think is perfect, because they get these photos being sent to them and then they post them here. And as you know, who put their images up, they're not professional photos, so they might not look aesthetically pleasing for the brand page, because it doesn't, the kind of branding you have for your Instagram page. So that's why creating this alternate account where people can actually even support each other on this account, right? So on this page, they're really creating a community of hardcore followers by, having people share their results. And that one's got 52.1 thousand followers, which is nothing to sneeze at, considering, an e-commerce brand is not like a physical store or anything. Another account they have is this one here, Skinny Me Tea Talks. That's like a combo of Skinny Me Tea Detox and Skinny Me Tea. So Skinny Me Tea Talks. I think that's how you say it. So this one here, I think it's also a bit of a mix of different content. This has got a little bit more of the tea, but I think this one's got just a slightly different vibe from the others. So as you can see here, this one's got 73.3 thousand followers. So it just goes to show you, people across your content in different ways. I think this is what she's using is basically the Starbucks strategy is like, I would call it the Starbucks or McDonald's strategy. It's like you could any street, right? But you will always find a Starbucks or a McDonald's there because they're everywhere. And that's what she's doing with all these accounts. She's like, you don't know who I am, but I'm going to find you. I'm going to attract you, and I'm going to build a community that you're attracted to. So then I could sell you what I feel that you will find useful to you. And that's just an amazing, amazing strategy. And it's worked really well for her. She has 5 different brands that's really successful, and she's under 30 years old. So she's one millennial that really knows how to use social media content and profit from it. So take a look at all her accounts and see what you can learn from it. But most of all, I think if you took anything from this lesson is think about creating interest-based accounts, because if you're struggling with your brand account, that means people maybe have a slight block to the brand itself, or they just don't like to like brands. They're more interesting communities. And the only way to build a community is through interest-based accounts like this. And it does not have to be Instagram. It could be YouTube. It could be, TikTok, Facebook. It could be Twitter. It could be anywhere. So think outside the box, think about it differently. Don't think about, it's just one account and you have to do everything on that account. No, you could totally create multiple social media accounts as long as you have the resources to do it, obviously. But you can create multiple social media accounts. And in this case, you don't even have to do it yourself. You can delegate it. You can hire people to just run the account and you don't keep such a close eye on it because, it's not brand account. So you won't have to worry too much about your brand reputation. But at the same time, I would say if it's your first, startup, if it's your first brand, I suggest you creating that, interest-based account yourself, because there's so much to learn from your community when you're building it. And what you learn from your community can be injected into your product and help create a better product as well. So I hope that was helpful. And if you have any questions, if you want to share another brand that does the same thing that you know of, please do in the comments.